Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews. Oh hey, Bumblebee! Nice guns. Looks like you've been working out, He-Man.
By the power of Grayskull!
That sucked. Cybertron Weekly is your central hub for everything Transformers. Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're taking a look at another Transformers Titans Return figure, and it's Bumblebee. It's Bumblebee. And I picked this up at my local Walmart. It was like $9 and some change. It was actually the only Legends figure that they had for Titans Return. They had a very, very few Titans Return figures. They had this and they had a Wingblade figure, so I went ahead and picked them both up. I'm not a biggest Bumblebee fan, and I keep saying that like I'm trying to convince myself, because I get a lot of Bumblebee figures on this channel to review, but Bumblebee is a popular figure, so yeah, let's take a look at him. So let's take a look at the packaging. So here we have Bumblebee in package, and it's one of those weird kind of tall box things. It says Generations, Transformers, Titans Returns. There's Bumblebee, there's his vehicle mode, and that's really pretty much it. We get some artwork up here that's pretty cool of Bumblebee, so just kind of a close-up of that. Yeah, I like that. That looks cool. Definitely neat. There's Bumblebee, Transformers, Titans Return, and here's the back of the packaging. There's like hardly anything here. We get Bumblebee, we get his alt mode, he transforms in 7 steps. We have the tiniest of write-ups. It says, the least likely can be the most dangerous, or something like that. So yeah, that's it. That's all that's there. Very, very, very small. But yeah, here's the artwork, and there's Bumblebee. It's 7 steps. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and get Bee out of box and see what we think. So here we have Bumblebee out of package, and it's an okay figure. There are like 2 things that would make this a really good figure for me. And it's really about it. We got a lot of gappage going on back here. You know, I keep saying, and I said this on my live stream the other night, I'm not a Bumblebee fan, but I do get a lot of Bumblebees. I don't know if I'm convincing myself or what, but he's an iconic character. He's very popular. And this is not a bad version of Bumblebee, if you like the little mini-bots, which I do. It kind of harkens back to the G1 for me. I really do like the head sculpt. I think the 2 things that this figure is missing out on, one is in the arms. Right here, you've got these huge, like, back pieces to the car sitting out there, and I think if those could have folded down, or you know, maybe over to the side here or something, or just fold in, that would have helped this figure a lot for me. The other thing is, unlike Wheelie, you can't put a headmaster in here, and there's so much room to do so. It just needed a way to open the door, the cockpit up here, and get a headmaster in there so that he could work with the headmaster toys, like Wheelie did. I don't know why they didn't do that with this guy. That was a huge miss on Hasbro's part. That being said, it's not a bad Transformer at all. So looking at articulation on this guy, the head sculpt, nice, I like it. His head moves back and forth. His very G1 looking head. The arms are on a ball joint right there, so you get lots of movement, which is cool. Now the elbow is on a ball joint, which I wish they would have done that a little bit better, but it's okay for what it is. And then he's got these little weird, I guess they're supposed to be gun blasters. He just kind of looks like he's flipping you off. I don't know. He has no movement in the waist. He kicks that far forward, kicks all the way back. He's on a ball joint at the waist there, and then he's got a joint at the knee, which doubles for transformation, and he does have a little bit of movement in the foot or the ankle. Again, that's for transformation. And yeah, that's pretty much it as far as articulation goes. Not bad for a mini-bot. Now for size comparison, here we have a Bumblebee with his wave mate, the Sharkticon Gnaw. And we've got Sawback over here, one of the headmasters that turns into a little lion. And yeah, I mean, he's in scale with this guy. I mean, he's in the shark mode, obviously, but he's in scale with the other Legends figures in this wave, or scouts, or whatever you want to call these guys. And definitely towers over the headmasters. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, and I really like the head sculpt. I like the body design. It's those arms. He looks like he's doing curls or something. Very strange. Love the Autobot logo. You know, the back of the figure, it's not too terribly bad. It actually folds up pretty well in the robot mode. I think they did a pretty good job on that. Overall, the top part of the figure is really, really nice, except for those upper arms. I really wish that those back quarter panels could have folded down. I think that would have helped the look of this figure a lot. Taking a look at the midsection of the figure, the bottom of the arms just kind of fold out flat, which, yeah, not too terribly surprising for this style of figure. I wish there was something a little bit different with the elbows. Those ball joints look kind of funky. And I guess he's supposed to have these guns coming off of his hands, but they just look like he's flipping you off to me. And I wish we got a little more than just circles for the hands. I think that would have been nice. The waist, done pretty well for this size robot. Now taking a look at the feet on the figure, not too terribly bad. The front of them definitely look a lot better than the back. I like the little flip-ups on the hood of the car there. That go above his ankles. I think that looks pretty nice. The black legs, very standard for Bumblebee. The wheels don't really hamper anything as far as posability goes on the guy, but there's a lot of gappage in the back of the legs here. It does help for posability as far as standing goes. Very large, but very gappy. But that is for the transformation because his legs have to go into that cavity. So, not too terribly bad for a little scout bot. Alright, now transformation on this figure is not too terribly bad. It is kind of wonky in some parts, but you can fandangle it in there. And he turns into a little compact car. Go figure. So let's go ahead and transform Bumblebee and see what we think about his alternate mode. We have a Bumblebee in his vehicle mode, and I mean, this looks almost like a Q figure to me, just a bigger version. It's a kind of a combination of the Camaro mode and reminds me of Transformers animated Bumblebee. It's not a bad version of him, I will say that. I do like it. Now, I will say that the yellow is a bit off because this is like painted yellow. It's black and painted yellow, and then this is a yellow plastic, so that looks a little off. I don't know how that looks in the camera. It looks like it's going to show it a little bit, but that's not too terribly great, and I'm afraid over time that's going to get worse, but not too bad. I like how we got the little stripe there. The vents are nice. I like the front end. It's painted really well. We get the big Autobot logo. The black windows looks cool. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. I love he's got taillights. Yes, good job, Hasbro. We rarely get taillights on a figure. And then he does have this license plate back here, which is nice. And I wish there was some paint on it because it actually has a stamp in there, which I'll show here in a second. But overall, I am liking this a lot. Now, just for comparison, here we have Bumblebee next to the Transformers Q Sunstreaker. It's very tiny, but it's not much smaller than the Bumblebee figure. I would say it's a little bit less than half the total volume of this car to this one. But yeah, it really does remind me of these little cars a lot. So as far as detail goes on these things, I mean, they did a good job. I do like it. I love the front end. Nice silver paint apps. I like how the joints kind of look like they could be vents or some kind of paint app. That is very cool. Love the stripe down the side. We got the little door handle, like the vent right there. And I don't know how well it's going to show in the camera, but it is actually molded and painted, which is nice. We got some nice detail going on in the tires, but they're all black, so that could use some paint. Got the nice big Autobot logo. This weird hole here, I don't know why that's there. Because it does nothing for transformation, and well, no, it does in transformation. I lied. There's a piece that I believe plugs in there when you flip it down. Maybe, I can't remember. The spoiler's pretty decent. Love the tail lights. So excited about that. That is very cool. And then let's see if I can get it. There we go. And we can see it. It says 100 STRA. On the license plate. I really do dig that. That is a nod to the license plate from the Movieverse Bumblebee, which is, I think, 800 STRA. So that is very, very cool. I like how they did that. That was a nice little nod to throw in there for the figure. Alright, now, after looking at some stuff on the internet, I was like, there's gotta be a way to get a Titan Master unit to fit in here, because look, there's so much space, and apparently this is it. Which is really kind of goofy because it's kind of flimsy, and I don't even know if this is the way it's supposed to be, but I suppose we can get one in, so we're gonna try. We're gonna take Saw back, and we're going to set him in here. Let's see if we can get him. He does fit, kind of. It's kind of cattywampus. Let me see if I can can we get him in better? Yeah, there he goes. Okay, so yes, he does fit. Oh yeah, perfectly. Nice. And then we have to close up the car mode around him, which it's not very good. I mean, it's pretty bad. I would say that the wheelie is a lot better, because you basically have to halfway transform it and then put the headmaster in and finish transforming around it. I don't like that. I want it to get into the car mode and be able to open the canopy up, put the figure in, and close it. Again, I don't know if that's official, but I did see it on the internet, so it has to be true, right? So is the Titans Return Bumblebee a figure that you want in your Transformers collection? I'm going to say yes. Basically because if you're a G1er and you like Bumblebee, you're going to like this figure because it really does look a lot like that original character, especially in the head. If you're an IDW Bumblebee fan, I've seen that style of Bumblebee head before in the comics. Not so much as recent. Well, I don't know what the recent ones are, but I know he looked more like the Generations one that we've gotten before. But this is a very classic Bumblebee head, which is very cool. The body itself is not bad. It's a decent transformer. It works. I wish that the upper pieces on the arms folded in. I love how he's got tail lights. That is very cool. I like the little license plate in the vehicle mode. Transformation is okay. It could have been better, and I really do wish that there was a way to open up, the top of the car to get a Headmaster unit inside so that he could drive around with it just like Wheelie did. I thought that was a brilliant idea with the Wheelie figure and made the playability on that toy so much more with this toy line, and it's just missing on this figure. But that being said, it's still not a bad figure, especially for the price. So there he is, Bumblebee from Titans Return. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.